come on. Oh, the tape measure's stuck. Hey friends, my name's Jude. Welcome back to the channel. A couple weeks ago, our baptistry mic stopped working. And we didn't find out about it until we had a baptism. Nobody knew about it, including me. And so we had baptism, no audio. Today we're gonna try to figure out what's going on with the baptistry mic. And I'm gonna show you one of my favorite tools of the trade for troubleshooting broken wire. So let's verify that this in fact is not working. Now I'm using a digital console, so I have the iPad with me and able to operate it from here. So I should see volume, movement, metering on the channel itself. Not seeing that at all. So next thing I want to check is make sure phantom power's on. This is a shotgun microphone. Baptistries are terrible for trying to get good audio. I'm going to cycle the phantom power on and off on the console. Phantom power's back on. We saw the bump. I'm going to unmute the channel, bring it back up. Still nothing. So let's change out the microphone. 1, 2, 1, 2. No audio passing through. It's muted. Let's change out the cord. It pays to do the basics first. Before you do a deep dive, you just do all the simple tests first. Okay, I'm not seeing any metering on the iPad, but we're going to unmute it and bring the channel up. Okay, we are still dead. So this is the piece I wanted to show you. This is the DBX CT3. It's a cable tester that you can actually split apart. Most of your cable testers that you buy on the market, they're joined together so you can test your mic cords, whatever you want to test, but it's only good if you have both ends here. About, I think it's about 190 feet that way through microphone wires, the other end up at the sound booth. So I'm going to use this to send a tone up to the sound booth, and we're going to plug in the receiver. Now the tone is going to be sent out in sequential order, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to receive it in that same order if it's wired correctly. This will also show us if we're missing a conductor. 73 baptistry is coming in on 24. Okay, there's number 24. Okay, look at that. If you look carefully on pin 1, you'll see that light up just ever so slightly. Let's put in the shadow. So you can see we've lost our ground, and the ground is what is the main carrier for phantom power. A dynamic mic doesn't have to have ground to transmit its audio, but a condenser mic does. So we're missing our ground or shield. So let's open up this connector and just see what we got. So now I'm going to open up the D3F, which is the wall plate, and we're going to look at the back side of this solder joint. Wow, there's a lot of pressure on that line. I can't even get this plate out. Okay, there it is right there. The ground wire is loose from the back of this D3F. And there's so much pressure on this line. I bet you something is fallen on this wire that goes down, or somebody's wrapped it around something to hold something else in place. Oh, great. Busted this whole thing off. I can't believe that. Okay, well, we're going underneath the platform somewhere, somehow. So before we go any further, let's get the phantom power turned off. Phantom power, if you're not careful and you short that out to ground, you can actually burn up your phantom power supply. Phantom power is turned off on that channel only. Okay, here is the pump area for the hot tub, not the hot tub, the baptistry. And there's the mic line right there. Just dangling right there. That's what I just broke. Here is the mic line that zip tied to that MC. And that's a no-no. Pull all this back. We're going to refeed it around this lally column. This column right there. And that way we'll get it away from this high voltage and then try to make up some of the room that's been lost. Try to get this line down to the first floor. We got it. We have maybe about another 3 inches more to work with. So the first thing we need to do is make sure we don't drop this line back down. So I'm going to carefully crimp these vice grips to the mic line, and that will put a little pressure this side. I'm careful where I'm not over crimping and busting the line, but that'll give me an extra hand to help hold the wire. When we do splices, the very best mechanical connection is going to be soldered. In high RF environments, this could be an opening for RF or radio frequencies to get into this line. We don't deal with those heavy RF interference issues, so we can have this open shield or open foil and not compromise our audio signal. This is just a simple butt crimp. These are Klein crimpers. So now I'm going to crimp these conductors. Again, this is going to be more like a wire nut. There will be some mechanical strength added to the joint, but the real strength is through the solder. One final item to do. I'm going to take a zip tie or two, and we're going to zip tie these two cables together. And then that way, if anything's ever pulled on them again, these zip ties will act as a strain relief, and the wire will not pull on the individual conductors. It will pull back here on these zip ties. If you're tight on space and you need an extra hand, you can actually screw these plates on backwards and use that to hold your plate while you solder. Not off the top of my head. Uh-oh. Just dropped a screw. There's quite the current under there. It's fighting my tape measure. How deep is this baptistry? Oh, no. Oh, come on. Oh, the tape measure's stuck. Oh, man. Okay. So we got the jet above it, and then we got a return below it. Okay. This Klein tape measure is an essential tool of the trade. There's a magnet on the end of this. That's what saved the day. We're on the baptistry channel. I'm going to hold down the 48 volt button, muted. Well, look at that. I don't know if you can, how well you can see that. We got metering on the baptistry mic channel. So let's go ahead and bring it down, unmute, see how we're doing. Okay, check 1, 2. Yep, we have audio. The baptistry mic is fixed, and this tool right here showed that we had a very, very, very loose ground or shield wire. As near as I can tell, somebody caught it down below, yanked on it real hard, and it looked like that shield was just barely touching the inside of that solder cup on the backside of the D3F. That's the XLR jack. And for whatever reason, oxidation, or we just weren't making good continuity, it stopped working. We've extended the line, And then I'm gonna go downstairs right now, wrap that rascal up so it doesn't get caught on it. We're back in business. Hopefully no more missed mic cues because of bad wiring. Thank you for watching. My name's Jude, and we'll see you on the next video.